Welcome, dudes and dudettes, to the Yellow Fickle of Fumu. This is a new podcast by yours truly, and the birth of this channel or podcast is due to how down I've been, how rough it's been. I've been I decided to go on a journey on self-growth because when you hit the bottom, the only way to go is up. So join me as we transform ourselves into what we were always meant to be. By the way, I'll be sharing advice from my therapist from a psychological point and be giving y'all tips and shit. So, you know what? What are your plans? Grab some snacks, grab your teddy bears, and let's chill. Let's chill, people. Let's chill. So today's episode is gonna be about my first step in this whole journey that I want to go on. Honestly, I'm fucking scared. I am frightened. I am mortified. But I understand that doing this is for my own good. Plus, to my future self. And my therapist said it was good, yeah. She said that many people could use it. Maybe it could apply to someone, and yeah, let's get into it. How you doing? I know these past few days have been rough and horrendous and very traumatic. I know how empty you feel currently, but crying, ODing, and self-harmful thoughts won't last. I know you worked your ass off to escape the current hellhole that you will now find yourself in, but babes, that's life. It's like a roller coaster with extreme highs and lows, and once you reach the bottom, there's no place to go but up. I want you to be different than yourself now, but not the same as everyone else you see around you. Tell yourself to be better, but not because you want to be better than someone else. Mold into your own shape, but not in the same mold everyone else uses to grow. Aim in the direction that you want your path to follow, but not what your friends follow. Allow yourself to have setbacks, but do not be scared of what set you back in the first place. See the same goal that I have today, but not in the same spot that I'm looking at it from now. I want you to recognize you, but not feel as if I am looking in a mirror once again. I know you will be humble, but not crumble under pressure that your past self has put you on. You will thrive at your own pace as a winner of your own race, but not win to gain glory or fame. I will see you, but not physically or in the present time, in the time that you will exceed that I have dreamed for years. But do not forget me, because I am where you started, and the voice of encouragement in your ears. Fumu ke chauke. So basically, my first assignment was to go out there and sign a thingy agreeing not to off myself. I practically sold my soul. They practically have my soul. I cannot off myself even though I wanted to. So one day if I just woke up and I'm like, I want to off myself, I cannot, because of how I agreed not to do that. Second step was to write myself letters. I wrote myself letters with this because I felt like I needed to let some stuff out. Hence me writing all these letters. I learned from my therapist today that I cannot move on until I accept that I'll not receive closure in every situation, and that's okay. But I can always create the closure for myself. Most of what other people do is about them, and it's not about us. It has nothing to do with us. Them projecting their self insecurities on us has nothing to do with us. Basically, that's what it is. Some things that happen to us can just not be explained. Shit happens, and sometimes you cannot explain why it happened, how it happened, where it happened. You can't explain that, and that's okay. Because that's life. Some people won't apologize because they can't. I cannot change people no matter how much I think they need to change. Because people change for themselves. Yeah. That's what I learned from today's therapy session, and it hits deep when you actually sit down and think about all these points, because you're like, damn, if that ain't the truth, you know? I learned how to kind of release a painful pattern. I need to recognize that I've developed certain patterns or behavior due to a belief programming I absorbed from the people around me in the past. So it's either that, or because these behaviors kept me from feeling unwanted, anxiety, and hurt. So they protected me from feeling anxious and hurt, basically. But I must now recognize that these old patterns or behaviors don't serve me anymore, and that they're not actually working for me in the present. For example, my way of coping. Oh my gosh, I'm being vulnerable on the first episode. Okay, that's okay. Because this is for my close circle only. But one way in that I kind of used to cope was ODing. So if you don't know what ODing is, overdosing on pills, on medications, on stuff just to feel numb, or self-harm, or these nasty, brutal thoughts about myself that I just would conjure up, and it was so horrible. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. It's horrible. But that's why I came up to this journey in the first place, because I want to change those old habits, because they don't serve me anymore and they're not working for me anymore. So at this point, they're doing more harm than good. And I must accept that if I keep doing what I've always been doing, I'll keep getting what I've always been getting. And that's not what I want. I was told to trust the process, which I feel I'll have a lot of difficulty doing, because I'm a very impatient person. If I want something, I want it now. Those who are like close to me know how I be getting around like with slow internet. Like, bitch, just load up already. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's gonna be very, very, very hard to trust the process, because this process is unknown. So for me, trusting the process is something hard, especially because honestly, I have trouble in trusting anything. Anything at all that involves the unknown, I have trouble in trusting. So this is what I gathered from today's therapy session. For me, it's hard, it's difficult in trusting something that I have no clue about, in trusting things that I have to be patient about. That takes over a long certain period of time to happen. It just is really, it's hard. But in today's therapy session, I learned that some things we can let go in the moment, and some things we just can't. They're gonna have to take time. Even though we want them to happen instantly, they're gonna take a lot of time. We can shift our perspective or have curiosity rather than judgment. We can choose to be happy rather than needing to show that we're right. We can change how we're breathing, or how our breathing actually affects how we're feeling. We can walk it off, we can talk it off. We can, I don't know, like fucking check in at the end of the day and then go notice where we missed an opportunity and choose not to carry it onto tomorrow. So some things take time to process, and some things are buried deep where we store them. Some things are not quite ready. Sometimes we just comfortable in our pain because it's what we know. It's what we used to. It's what is familiar to us. And sometimes we think that we've healed something only to revisit it later on a deeper level. And I feel like that's personally what I'm going through. I always feel like I'm over something without not really going deep into it, and when I revisit it again, it's like I have to go to the root cause of the problem, and I have to solve it, and I have to not particularly solve it, but like investigate as to how I got here and stuff like that. Always, we need to be gentle with ourselves and compassionate when it has taken us longer than we wanted to let go. To practice patience and to trust the process. Which I know I'm gonna have problems with that one. I am going to have problems with that one. I'm gonna have problems with that one a lot. And one thing I learned, or that I started doing differently, is that I can properly let things out. And I have changed this mindset as to, oh my gosh, everything that's happening to me, I deserve it, into I don't really deserve it. Like, I didn't cause that. That shit is not my fault. I am not at fault for what is happening to me. But that doesn't mean I should stop being nice. And I should stop being kind-hearted. I can find joy in spreading it to others. And I feel like that's somehow I can find joy in spreading it to others. And I feel like what I'm doing is kind of a form of that. And while some may find it fun to bring me down, it's slowly destroying their soul. Sometimes I need to talk to a higher being, but right now, I don't necessarily have faith in a higher being. But that's gonna change over time because I'll work with that. I'll work on that. Lord knows it's gonna be a tedious process, but I'm going to work on it. No one else can really help me except for, me. I need to take a shower, listen to music, jam it out, read a book, take a break from my phone, write a to-do list, doodle, write in my bullet journal, cry into someone's arms. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite thing to do, is to cry into someone's arms. I don't know why, but it feels like somebody's arms is always a safe haven for me, and I feel protected. As long as it's with the right person. As long as it's with the right person. And then I feel okay and great. Honestly. So yeah, I got this. I'm going to be okay. And in 5 years, 10 years from now, it won't matter as long as I learn to get myself back together. I have a lot of people in my life who love and support me. And at the end of the day, I just want to be proud of the person I've become. I want to be proud of the love I gave, of the way in which I risked my heart despite being hurt. I want to be proud of the effort I showed those I cared about. I want to know with a ruthless certainty that I showed up as much as I could and that I made people feel sane, that I made those around me feel less alone in this chaotic world. I want to be proud of my life, of the way I healed, the way that I actually made mistakes and learned from them, of the way I felt everything, even when it wasn't convenient or comfortable. I want to be proud of the way I grew, the way I blossomed, of the way I let go, of the way I pushed myself to be a better person. At the end of the day, I just want to be able to say without hesitation that I lived my life and that I did not take a backseat to my own pain, to my flaws, or to whatever hardships came my way. I want to be able to say that I am proud of the way I survived. And I want to be able to say that I am proud of the way I survived. I want to be able to say that I did not take one day for granted. And that's what I want to be at the end. We also learned about a lot of choice. You choose to let go. You choose to be yourself. You choose to love yourself, to cherish yourself. Today you choose to let go of the people whose company is toxic to your peace of mind. We actually made this whole affirmations list, and let me just find it quick so I can read it for you all. Here it is. It goes, today I choose to be free. I choose to liberate my soul from the ache it's been going through. Today I choose to stay away from closed doors. I choose not to craft a wall around my heart. I choose to decorate it with lessons I've learned. I choose to paint it with respect and confidence today. I choose to forgive myself for being too much of myself, for allowing myself to hurt myself. Today I choose to embrace my flaws. I choose to accept my mistakes. Today I choose to change. I choose to be better. I choose to move forward. I choose to guard my soul. Today I choose to be brave. I choose to say no when saying yes hurts. To say yes when saying no hurts. I choose to be wise. I choose to walk away from places I don't belong. I choose to embrace my time, for all that is timeless is precious. All that is precious is unique, and all that is unique is different. And all that is beautiful is different. So, I choose to be beautiful, yeah? I choose to be different. I choose to be unique. I choose to do this. I feel like you never really know how strong you are until you are forced into a position where you need to be strong, where you have no other choice but to be strong. And life can go from 100 to 0 real quick, or from 0 to 100 really quick. One day you have everything, and then the next day everything is gone and you have nothing, and it feels like all your dreams are gone, and you're never going to be able to do things that you loved, and you are hurt 24/7, and you think that it will never disappear, and the rest of your life you'll feel alone because no one will ever understand what happened to you or what you're going through, and you need to fight on your own. And this is the point where you need to be stronger than you've ever been. Of course, healing takes time, but it's worth to wait because great things are coming. Every little progress you make can make you so happy without someone knowing. because you need to do everything by yourself. Healing needs time, a lot of mother flipping time. And you are never gonna fully heal until you accept what happened to you. But time heals wounds, and you need to focus on the positive things in life. I'm not there where I want to be, but watch me. In a few years, I'll be that and stronger than I ever thought. I just want to wrap this episode by saying that sometimes it's not all the time that we can be the best person that we can be, but at the time and where you get the opportunity to be the best person you can be kind even when you're tired, be understanding even when you're angry, do more than you asked, and don't ask for anything in return. Don't silently expect anything either. Listen when someone talks and really listen to it. Just stop just thinking of how you'll reply. Just sit down, be in the moment, and really listen to them. It really helps a lot. Tell people you love them and that you appreciate them, because you never know what tomorrow might hold. So I don't know when this podcast ends, or even now, you can just go and tell the person how you feel and how much appreciated they are in your life right now. And yeah, go out your way to do things for people, but not only for people, but yourself too. Never sacrifice yourself for other people, and never let other people sacrifice themselves for you. Be the greatest person, like the greatest. Be the greatest person you can possibly be, and when you mess up, make up for it in the next moment or minute today. One thing you should never do, never spend your time trying to prove to anybody that you're great. Your actions will speak for themselves, and we only have a limited time on this earth, so we shouldn't waste it. If someone doesn't see your lights, don't worry. Like moths, good people are attracted to flame and to light, and they will come. Thank you for the time that you guys have given me. This is Fumu K Chowke wrapping up. So have a good one. Do something you love. Rest. Eat your favorite comfort food. Water your plants. Tell your teddy bear you love it. Tell your friends and family that you love them. And
about your
peace. And your teachers too, yeah? And peace. See y'all next time.